Harriet, single. What happened there? Sorry about that. I first met Lizee at Leeds Metropolitan University. Leeds, man! On day one, I walked into our hall of Bridesmaids, and there she was, spread-eagled on the communal sofa, like the queen of everything. Her ski gear was spread all over the living room where everyone was meant to share the space. No one could sit down, put anything anywhere, and I was like, uh-oh, are we gonna have a problem here? Fast forward 13 years and we have been inseparable. Whether that's skiing around the French Alps, up to our eyeballs in Budapest, or singing our lungs out to Foo Fighters at Glastonbury Festival. We've had a bloody good time.
Yeah.
It's fair to say at university, Lizee had a little bit of a thing for barmen. But in recent years, it seems she's upgraded her taste to fine wine. In comes Christopher. Christopher, darling, you are a fine example of a man. Charming, funny, kind, and exceptionally hairy. I'll never forget the day when you first started dating. Lizee was struck by COVID. And to celebrate her sense of smell coming back, Lizee had a bouquet of flowers delivered and an array of scented candles. And I thought to myself, what an old romantic. But most importantly, that's the kind of treatment our Lizee deserves.
Yeah.
It's very clear, we can all see that you bring out the absolute best in each other. And I am completely confident that you're going to do so until you're old and smelly and broody. Now I've been told to keep it brief, so over to Ellen.
Harriet, so you have to read off a piece of paper. I'm sorry. But I was going to talk about when I first met Chris, which was actually over the phone. So we were out at our friend's birthday, Steph over there, and it got to the point of the night where way too much Prosecco had been drunk, way too many shots, we were dribbling pizza out of our mouths. Lizee had been waiting to Chris for a couple of weeks and decided that she really missed him and it would be a great time to call him up and tell him that and introduce him to everyone. And I still genuinely can't remember what was said. I think it was incoherent babble about how amazing Lizee was, and also that we're calling Liam Neeson if you ever hurt her. Down. But luckily, when we actually met you in person, it was a lot more civilised and sober, so very happy about that. But I've known Lizee for over 13 years now, and a lot of that time has been us being single girls, a lot of bad dating experiences. And the three of us, myself, Lizee and Sophie, we had a special bench in Henley where we'd go to cry over men, where it just had I'm pleased to say we never had to use that bench over Chris. I think we can all agree that Lizee is a very special person, and so when we met Chris, we just knew that he was the perfect match for her. He brings this amazing steadfastness to the relationship and a quiet confidence that just allows Lizee to be her complete best and sometimes crazy self. But he's never been afraid to try into her thinking and also guide and support her in her decision making and just ultimately making her into an even better person, third person you adore. So thank you, Chris. You've been a great boyfriend, a fantastic fiance, and now you'll be an amazing husband. I can't wait to see what the rest of your life as a married couple brings to you both. So thank you for not only taking Lizee on your life, but the three of us as we come.
Hello, I'm Sophie and I have the privilege of being Lizee's maid of honour and partner in crime. Since the days concealer lips and Lambrini were a thing for us. I think
Dark days.
Very dark day. I think Lizee is terrified of us having the microphone, but Lizee, I promise I've stuck to the guidelines. The number one rule of a maid of honour speech is not to embarrass the bride. So, if you want those stories, come and find me later. Lizzie, 15 years ago, you walked into my life, and little did I know a void had been filled. I was sat in my English lesson, minding my own business, and a girl walked in with a personality brighter than her red hair. Since then, we've been inseparable. We've been on many adventures, survived typhoons, and some of the worst heartbreaks and hangovers, consuming copious amounts of wine along the way. Lizzie, it's impossible to put our friendship into words. I am truly lucky to have you in my life. Your kindness, your strength, your unwavering friendship has meant the world to me, and I am so grateful to stand by your side on your special day. Through kissing a few frogs, you swiped and found your prince. You... Your love is like a fine wine. It gets better with age and leaves a lasting impression. From the moment these two first met, it was clear they were destined for greatness together. Lizzie, with your infectious laughter, compassionate heart and determination, you are a force to be reckoned with. You light up every room you enter with a radiant smile, and you bring joy and positivity wherever you go. So, Chris, where do I begin? You're handsome, you're funny, you're full of... Sorry, Chris, I can't read your handwriting.
She nearly didn't do that.
Chris, in all seriousness, you are the epitome of a gentleman. Caring, respectful, and always putting others before yourself. With your charm, wit, endless patience, you complement Lizzie in every way imaginable. Your love for Lizzie is evident in everything you do, from the way you look at her to the way you make her smile. And thank you for making her so happy, loving her the way she deserves, and for always picking a good wine.
Yeah.
And on that note, Bride Party would love to give a toast to the whole sauce.
I think we can have one glasses. We'll just like I got so shaky. I'm so good.